Another network service that will make your job in IT support easier is DHCP, or Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. Need a refresher on DHCP? Just check out the DHCP lessons in the networking course. When managing IT infrastructure and you want to connect a computer on a network, you have two options. You can grant it a static IP address or give it a DHCP assigned IP address. When you use a static IP address, you have to keep track of every IP address you assign a computer and manually enter it in the network settings. If you enable DHCP, your computers will be leased an IP address from a DHCP server. They'll automatically get IP addresses and you don't have to worry about manually setting addresses. If you ever decide you need to expand your IP address range, you don't have to change anything on the client machines either. It just happens automatically. To configure a DHCP server, you'll need to figure out which IP range you can use to assign IP addresses. If you want to integrate with DNS, you'll need the address of your local DNS servers, what gateway you should assign, and the subnet mask that gets used. Once you install the DHCP server software, you have to configure the settings with this information. Different DHCP server software manufacturers have different configuration setting layouts, so you'll have to investigate the specific one you want to use. There are a lot of popular DHCP server software you can use for this. Windows Server versions come with DHCP service built in, but you can read more about the options in the next reading. Once you turn on your DHCP server and your clients are set to receive DHCP addresses instead of static IP addresses, you should have working DHCP settings. In the last lesson, we talked about how DNS ties in with DHCP. Well, in our DHCP configuration settings, we can specify DNS server locations. The two servers then sync up, and when DHCP leases out new addresses, DNS updates its IP address mappings automatically. That's a super quick overview how DHCP servers are configured. Hopefully, you can now see why DHCP and DNS are critical network services for your organization.